Good evening, ladies, Angela and Kat. I'm Niambi, and I'm going to lead us through practice this evening. We are going to begin in a reclined position. So you can start with reclined down angle with the soles of your feet together, or whatever your body needs this evening, and just find your way on your back, on your mat, and begin to release. And we will get going. Okay. So I am going to begin in recline down angle. Find your way down and just begin to settle into your mat. There's no particular breathing pattern, and whatever you need to settle in. For me, that is rocking and just allowing my body to adjust and feel its way into the mat and into the grounding of this pose. So we'll just start with our natural breath. Your arms can be down by your side. And okay. I'm grateful to see you all here. hope you're still finding your breath.
Can't see you.
I'm going to continue class, but my power is going in and out. So we'll just get as far as we can and do what we can. Thank you for your grace. So continue with to my mat. It looks like everything came back up. Okay. All right. And this is light. And is yoga off the mat, causing some power issues. Let's see. Let me. Okay. If you can hear me, if at least one person could give me a thumbs up, I'm on a stronger connect. Perfect. Okay. I appreciate you guys. All right. We're going to take a few more minutes breathing. Okay. So, natural breath. Allow your body to settle. Become aware of the points of your body that are in contact with your mat. And breathe. You can place one hand on your chest, on your heart space, one hand on your belly, and breathe. Notice your inhale and your exhale. And on our next inhale, we're going to take a cleansing breath. We will take a deep inhale and exhale with an audible. We'll do that again. We'll take a deep inhale and exhale with an audible. And one more time. deep inhale and exhale with an audible and breathe. So next we are going to go into a supine twist. So if your legs are out in butterfly, bring your knees in. However else you may be on your mat, you want to bring the soles of your feet to your mat. And we will slowly, your feet are about hips width distance apart, and slowly drop over to your left. I am doing this twist with my knees stacked. If that's in your practice, you can have your knees stacked, or you can have your feet spread apart, and when you drop down into the twist, your legs will be separated. So whatever you need this evening, you take that, arms out in a T, and then you can take your gaze to the right, which will deepen the stretch slightly, or you can keep your gaze up toward the ceiling or to the left. Whatever is the most comfortable and will allow your body to settle into this pose and release. Find your breath. Remember, in Yin, we hold the poses slightly longer to allow time and gravity to help our bodies settle in. And breathe. In Yin, there's often silence. You will notice that silence comes with its own soundtrack. That can be the buzzing of appliances, the sound of the breeze, birds outside your window. Just allow it to settle in and allow your body to settle into the pose and breathe. We're about halfway through this pose. Remember, you are never stuck. So if you ever need to come out and then go back in, absolutely listen to your body and breathe. So on your next inhale, you'll slowly begin to bring your knees back up. We'll come through center. Restack your shoulders. And we'll prepare to go to the other side. Slowly drop your knees down to the right. Decide what you want to do with your gaze. You can take it to the left, center, or it can also go to the right. And once you are settled in, find your breath. If you do have your knees stacked, you can draw them up closer to your armpit if that is in your practice. You can place your right hand on top of your left knee if that helps you anchor. You're not pulling or tugging, just resting your hand to help anchor your twist. And breathe. We're about halfway through the pose. Remember, you are never stuck. If you need to readjust, if you need to come out, you need to reset your shoulders, and then find your breath. Maybe if you started with your gaze in one direction, you decide to take it in a different direction and see what that feels like or what that sensation is. Maybe you stay exactly where you are. The next inhale, we'll slowly begin to bring our legs back up through center. Reset your hips, reset your shoulders. And we're gonna just do a quick wind relieving pose to just reset that back, squeeze in, maybe rock side to side if that feels good. You can maybe take some circles, if that helps release that lower back twist. Or if you just want to squeeze in and hold it for a few moments, this wind relieving pose helps massage some of our organs, gastrointestinal organs. And when you're ready, we are going to rock back and forth and come up to tabletop. So when you're ready, rock and we will come up, swing our legs around and come through to tabletop. And we are going to go into cow pose. So when we're in tabletop, you want to make sure your joints are stacked, shoulders over elbows over wrists, hips over knees. And we're not going to do rounds of cat and cow. Instead, we're just going to drop down, drop your midsection down towards your mat, slight tilt of the head, feet untucked, and we're going to hold cow for a few moments and find your breath. You can maybe do some neck circles here if your body is still loosening up. That feels good. One more breath. Maybe you rotate your hips a little if they still need to loosen up in this cow. And so, on your next inhale, we're going to come down on our forearms and come back into puppy pose. And the arms are forward and you rest the middle of your forehead onto your mat for puppy pose. And breathe. In puppy pose, you'll feel a release in your shoulders. You have that space between your eyebrows pressing down on the mat. That helps relax your parasympathetic nervous system. And breathe. So on your next inhale, you'll slowly walk your hands back in. You're gonna come back up to tabletop slightly, and we're going into crocodile pose. So you're then gonna just come forward, come down nice and slowly. Untuck your feet. You stack your arms at the top of your mat and rest your head. And breathe. So just remember to allow the silence. You're about halfway through the pose. Allow your body to melt into the mat. And breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to go into Sphinx pose. Give ourselves a little baby back bend. So you inhale, you bring your arms up on your forearm. You have a little back bend for Sphinx. The soles of your feet are pressed into your mat. Your hands are forward. Your back is bent. Your gaze is forward. And breathe. When you're in this back bend, you want to think about engaging your core. It just helps to protect your lower back. No tension, but just engagement. And breathe. And breathe. So next, we are going into Pigeon. So we're mentally prepared for that, and we're going to start with Pigeon on our left side. So on your next inhale, you can tuck your toes and press yourself up back to tabletop. And then prepare to bring your left leg forward or pigeon. You can use your bolster for pigeon. So you have your left leg. Take as much time as you need to set up. Bring your bolster, or you can use blocks. I'm going to use the bolster today. So you have your left leg at the top of your mat. Your right leg is out behind you. You want your weight evenly distributed, so you don't want to dump into one hip or the other. You want to feel a stretch down the front of that right thigh, that quad muscle. And then you can settle in on the bolster, decide how low you take your upper body. And once you've done that, find your breath. And breathe. We are about halfway through the pose. Remember, you are never stuck. Pigeon is definitely a deep hip opening pose. So do what you need and find your breath. On your next inhale, you'll press up in your hand, maybe bring yourself toward the left to roll out of that pigeon. Maybe grab your right leg, well, not grab, but take hold of it. Bring it around forward. And maybe we can take a pass, a windshield wiper, just to help release that before we go to the other side. And when you're ready, you'll make your way to pigeon on the right side. For me, I'm going to place my right leg at the top of the mat. I'm going to actually use my blocks to help lift me up and allow me to position that left leg behind me. You just take as much time as you need to get set up. I'm going to do it on blocks this time instead of the bolster. Remember that each side is different. So you may need something different on this side, or this may be your, looser side. Just take what you need. And once you've found it, find your breath. Find your breath and breathe. We're about halfway through the pose. Remember, you are never stuck. Come out, go back in as you need, and breathe. So on your next inhale, you'll slowly begin to press yourself upright again. Maybe roll over to that right side and bring that left leg around. And we'll take a few passes of windshield wiper again. And from here, we are going to go into a forward fold. So with this forward fold, you can use your bolster. So you have some options with this forward fold. You can do it with your legs straight and close together and fold over, use the bolster in the block. You can do it with butterfly legs and also use your block here. You can place your block in the middle, your blocks in the middle, and rest your head like that. Or you can do it wide-legged, like a wide-legged straddle. So I am going to do butterfly legs. I'll also show you, if you do straight legs, you can set it up with your bolster. You can set your bolster up with your block. Really get as comfortable, make space for your body and rest. Or, like I said, I'm gonna go into butterfly. So I'm gonna stack my blocks this way and rest my head and block and rest my arm and breathe. You feel any tension in your shoulders. Just send your breath there, send your energy there, and release. Let your body get heavy and just feel into it. And breathe. Have your forehead on rocks. Just feel that release of having that space between your eyebrows. Press down and breathe. And breathe. For your next inhale, slowly roll up, whichever variation you took. You want to slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Letting your head be the very last thing that comes up. Just stretch your neck a little. And mentally prepare. Next, we're going to go into shoelace pose just to counter some of the hip openers that we've done. So for me, the easiest way to get there is to start on all fours. So I'm going to come on my knees, hands this way. I'll turn this way so you guys can see me. And take my right knee and cross it over. So then I'm sort of like this. So you come on all fours. I hope you can see me. Take your right knee, cross it over, and then you just sit back. So you are sort of like tied up in a shoelace. And then you adjust. You can decide what you want to do with your arms. I'm just going to hold the tops of my feet. You want to balance out your hips. So if you need to put, you can maybe rest one foot on a block. If this top foot doesn't come all the way down to the mat. And once you settle in, just find your breath. You can drop your head. Just let it hang heavy. And breathe. If it's in your practice, you can walk your hands forward and just rest forward, or you can stay upright and just hang your head heavy. Then breathe. We're about halfway through the pose. Then breathe. So on your next inhale, if you did fall forward, slowly begin to walk your way back up. Bringing your head up very last. And then slowly unravel. So take that left leg off first. Bring it out in front of you. Unfold the right leg. And maybe shake them out a little before we head to the other side. So again, when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and go back to all fours just because that is the easiest way for me. And I'm going to cross that left leg behind the right. Remember, each side is different. So this is definitely my tighter side. And I'm going to even out, take my time, going to adjust my feet. And when you're ready, settle in and find your breath. And you can hold the tops of your feet. You can hold at your ankles. You can place your hands on blocks if you don't want to hold your feet at all. And then just find your breath. Head can hang heavy. And breathe. Notice if there's any tension in your shoulders. You want to release them, drop them down from your ears. Breathe into any tense spaces. And breathe. We're about halfway through the pose. Remember, you're never stuck. Take what you need. Remember, if it's in your practice, you can walk your hands out and fold over, or you can stay upright and let your head hang heavy. Then breathe. So on your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back in. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your head last. And then slowly unravel. Right leg over. Pull out the left leg, shake them out. And then you can take any final movement that your body may need before we prepare for Shavasana. So you may want to do another forward fold. You may want to make your way down onto your back and do a few more passes of windshield wiper or wind reliever. And if you need none of that and you are ready for Shavasana, please make your way to our final pose of practice and find rest. The blanket, the bolster, whatever you need to complete your practice. And breathe. So I welcome you to stay in Shavasana if that is what your body needs this evening. But if you would like to come out as I close our practice, you can roll over to your favorite side, use your arm as a headrest. We end our practice in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, the pose of surrender. And then we can come to fetal posture as a reminder of new beginning. If you do not seal your practice with me in this moment, I just remind you that when you do wake up or come up, that you do it mindfully and just allow your body to re-enter this space. I appreciate each of you taking time and allowing me to guide you through your practice this evening. I hope that it was peaceful and relaxing for your body. and that you all have a restful evening. Namaste.